Welcome back to the Seaboard Central, everyone, and the July 2022 layout update. I'll show you what I've been working on this past month and talk about what we're going to be doing going forward. So first up, I've weathered some cars that you see just arrived in the arrival tracks up here at the ADM place. Some of these I just tweaked the weathering on the old cars, and some of them are cars that I've had in boxes that I decided to weather. Also, I sold one of my Norfolk Southern units. In its place, I purchased a GMTX MP15. So right now, this is going to be the plant switcher until I get something else to work here. I've still got a lot of work to do to this engine, including adding a ESU power pack and some LED lights. But for right now, it's doing okay. It has a Loc Sound version 5 decoder in it, and I've added a little bit of weather into it. It's shoving against the Athens Genesis covered hopper that I recently weathered. Try to look at prototype photos taken during the time frame I'm modeling in 2015, and even though these are newer cars, they were already showing a lot of rust. If you can chalk it up to a cheap paint job, maybe. I really shove this one off and pick up another one to go in its place. I programmed this unit and maxed out the speed at 12 miles an hour, which I hit in notch 5 on my proto throttle. So even if you go to notch number 8, it's not going to go faster than 12 miles an hour. So even though this layout's only 8 feet long, you can still have operations on it, even if you're just moving around a couple of cars. This just goes to prove you don't have to have a lot of space to have a model railroad. One of the things I plan on doing this next month, or during the month of July anyway, is to continue to work on these structures at ADM. I'm completely kit bashing these structures. And there's a lot of work involved. But hopefully they'll turn out to look pretty decent looking when I'm finished. One of the things I picked up this past month is that Keenan Advantage tanker truck over there. Getting filled up with some ethanol. added a little temporary track in that wall opening, so that'll allow me to get an engine and a couple of cars clear of this switch. I max out the deceleration value on all my locomotives. Here you can see it coasting for a long way, and I can use the brake to slow things down. I also touched up the weathering on those two CP cars. Pull a couple of these cars down and make a cut, and we'll spot them up. This feed truck is another truck I picked up from this Midwest Model Railroad. Had a little dull coat and weathering to it. It's a good looking truck. This track will hold exactly 5 car lengths when you get it in the clear. So lastly, I've put up some backdrops in the Helix room. This one's a brand new one from Trackside Scenery. And I'm gonna have a shelf along this wall. You can see right here is the opening to go back into ADM. Hopefully I'll be working on this next. I'm gonna have it go right in front of that window. And then there it is back on the other side. I also have these backdrops that'll go right behind the Gadsden yard area. And these are all backdrops from the old layout that I was able to save. And how I saved them is I mounted them on large styrene sheets and then used double-sided tape on the back of the styrene sheets to mount them to the wall. So that's it for this layout update. I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay tuned for next month and we'll have some more action on the Seaboard Central. Until then, happy model railroading, everyone.